This snow crab, sometimes known as king crab, I'm looking forward to tasting it. It's going to be kind of lobstery feeling. There's a heap of white meat in them. These long legs are full of white meat. I'm going to make a garlic dip. I'm going to make a Mayo rose dip, and I'm going to make a little salsa to go with it. We'll grill these bits of crab. Me, Bo, out here in the ice. What else could we want? First up, though, dips. Mayo rose is that nice reddish looking sauce you get with a lot of seafood dishes the world over. A little bit of Worcester sauce, splash that in there. A little dash of Tabasco. We'll give it a little grind of pepper. Little grind of salt as well. Squeeze of the lime. And a squeeze of lemon. If any of the flesh falls in, there's no problem with that at all. And some mayonnaise that I made earlier. I would say it's probably about 200 grams of mayonnaise. Give him a stir. Have a little taste. It's nice, but this one is all about the zing. So I'm going to add a bit more of the Worcester sauce and a bit more of this Tabasco. Yep, I like that. Pop them out here on that little slate. Now, second one, garlic mayonnaise. Lots of people like garlic mayonnaise. I can take some parsley there. I've got some dill here as well. And just roughly chop this stuff up. Doesn't need to be perfect. We normally find that the stuff we chop really, really fine, we do so because you don't want to get a big lump of it in your back teeth and crush down on it. Say, for example, chili, ginger, that sort of thing. Garlic's another one. Keep that nice and fine. Saves you ending up with one big piece in your back two teeth. Squeeze a lime. Pushing it through those fingers. And a squeeze of lemon. Bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. And some more mayonnaise. So, if it's a garlic mayonnaise, you want to make it so people know it's a garlic mayonnaise. Dill mayonnaise, whatever it is, get plenty of the mix in there. Just have a little taste. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we'll now just knock up a quick salsa. Very nice with seafood. Tiny bit of garlic. Tiny bit of chili. I've got some rough cut onions here. In with them. Tomatoes. Quite a few of those. I've probably got 1.5 tomatoes in there. A little bit of the old radish, which I found in the supermarket. Wouldn't really need it if you didn't want. But in that goes some tomato paste, a little bit of oil, and a little bit of white wine vinegar, pepper, salt, a little bit of mustard, and give him a stir. And we'll pop them into this one here, just like that. Now, got my thyme brush here, basically a bunch of thyme tied onto the end of a wooden spoon using your fishing rope. So I hope you didn't need that. Now, snow crabs here. We've basically cut each leg in half. We haven't bothered with the bodies today because they're harder to barbecue. So I'm just going to pop them straight on the barbecue. They'll change colour as they go. Bo, you got the tongs, so you grab hold of them.
Yeah.
And while he's got those there, just give him a little brush with our thyme brush.
Yeah, it smells beautiful.
Which is dipped in oil, garlic, there's a bit of pepper in there as well. Pulls up the flames on there. And does your family like crab?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody in my family loves crab.
And is it traditionally an Inuit thing? Did the Inuit have a way of catching it before?
I doubt it, because it tends to go quite deep. I mean, we were lucky catching him this shallow today, but normally they go in deeper water than 100 meters, 150 meters, 200 meters.
See how they're changing colour? That means that they're starting to cook. Something happens in the shell as the heat's applied to it, it starts to cook, just like lobster or crab back home. Has that real orange feel to it. Mate, this is all right. This is quite good because I did quite a bit of the work when we were catching the crab, didn't I? Was that helpful having me in your ear down there?
It was, and like I mentioned earlier, a few of them you actually saw before me, I think.
Always liking to help
Lost
out
one
where I
there.
can. You lost one on the floor?
No, went into the barbecue.
Ah, an amateur, professional.
They're about done.
So you see this? It's full of that white flaky meat. That white meat's very popular. Back in England, people, they like the white meat a lot. Yeah. Our crabs have a lot of brown meat in them as well, probably 50-50.
Okay.
Ooh, it is very sweet, isn't it?
These are good. These are done.
We'll pop them on the slate down there.
All right.
Bo, do the slate down there. Maybe keep them the orange side up if you can.
Yeah.
Teaching him as he goes. And I got some bread to put with it. Oh man, you lost the claw.
Yeah, I did. I told you so.
You're doing all right, though. You're doing all right. You carry on, okay? And I need you to try my sauces, too. I haven't let you drag me all the way out here in the ice not to try some of my cooking. You all right there, or do you want a hand? You just open it with your hands, yeah?
Yeah.
Man, that is tough. Let me see. Oh, I can't have drink 2. You have 1.
Thanks.
Cheers, Bo.
Cheers.
Oh, right then. We've got these snow crab legs done with that thyme oil simply on the barbecue, grilled both sides, a minute each way. A simple salsa, Mayo sauce, and garlic mayonnaise all served here right on the Greenlandic ice.